Hello friends, this is Cold Run. Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, where we're going to be starting a long journey of doing the Loporrit tribal quests that have opened up. They opened up last patch. Currently we're in patch 6.4 as I record this first video. Yeah, I noticed a lot of changes to the crafting stuff as I went in. Like, I see combo actions. I don't think that... Were there always combo actions? Like, where you start with basic, then do standard, then advanced? I don't remember that last time I did crafting, which was probably early Shadowbringers. I love it. I love it. It's a good change and an intuitive one. Anyway, let's get started. Dreaming Way. Dreaming Way is looking every which way. Must be Dreaming Way. I have a feeling this is going to get ridiculous fast. Kukushu, my friend, my chum, my pal, my old... Look at that, it took about 2 seconds. My old earthen flatware. How delighted I am to finally see you again. I'm not doing the Loporrit voices, my throat cannot take it. No, do not clip that out of context. You do remember me, don't you? I'll say of course. Yeah, of course, Dreaming Way, yeah. I think just for politeness, even if you don't remember someone like that, you try to say, yeah, I remember you. Phew, you had me worried for a moment there with how your eyes glazed over like that. The problem with sometimes when you lie, you get caught. In any case, I'm truly glad to have found you at last. Aetheris is quite a bit larger than one anticipates, isn't it? And it is ever so intact. A touch of widespread destruction, yes, but you and your friends did a remarkable job saving it. We did. We do every expansion. I can see why you prefer to stay. Really, I do. But you must understand, you've left a fair few of my fellow Loporrits in a bind. So, is it going to be that since they're such good crafters and now like all of it's gone to waste, they're going to have to find a purpose for it? Since they don't have to prep the apocalypse ship? Their sole purpose in life was to prepare the moon for mankind, and now that you're not coming, well, they're depressed, not to mention bored. I know what that's like, to while away the days drifting from one dull task to another, occasionally bumping into walls. You managed to set me to rights, though. My days of listlessness are over, and I'm happier pursuing music than ever I was before. So I wondered, could you not help my fellow Loporrits as you helped me? Not all by yourself, of course. I promise I'll be there every hop, skip, and jump of the way. The silent nod. I knew you'd agree. I vaguely remember Dreaming Way's musical quest. It would be best if you met the Loporrits in question yourself, so please join me in Best Way's Burrow as soon as you're able. I will head there promptly, directly, right away. Thank you! They're in a sorry state at the moment, but surely we can find some way to help. The freaking jazz hands. Well, come, Kukushu. That was weird to split that into 2 words. Now that you're here, you've likely noticed some of the other Loporrits seem a bit floppy. Just keep going. Perhaps if you speak with them, you can get a clearer understanding of their plight. You're so cute. Once you're done, we shall formulate a plan of action forthwith. Alright, what are we doing? Listless Loporrit, you know those days that simply feel bad? When the carrots taste bland and nothing sounds fun and you don't want to talk to your friends even though they're right there. Or is this going to all of a sudden turn into like a legitimate thing about depression? Well, all of my days are those days. It sure seems like it. My entire life's work was all for naught. Yeah, again, understandable. This is a big blow that you've been dealt. Yeah, the moon was supposed to be hustling, bustling even, with people who would all live happily ever after in our wondrous residential facilities, but not a single one of you has moved in. I've mentioned this before. Like, there's a huge homeless population on Aetheris. A huge one. Like, we've seen the refugee crisis is still kind of... It's still going in Ul'dah, I believe. I don't know how strong it is, but it's still there. Like, There's plenty of people that would be happy to live on the moon here. I assure you. I hope that it's going to be about, like, getting it ready for, like, people who want to live here and finding people who want to live here and making it nice for them. Rather than, like, instead, let's cook some ice cream or weave, like, a tic-tac-toe board. All those things are great, but, like, there's a really simple answer to their problem that I hope they address, but I kind of doubt they will. Yeah, to think my carrots will ever remain untasted by mankind. Like, do you think there's no people who are hungry down on Etheirys? And what are the Loporrits? Day in, day out, we eat carrots. We grow carrots. We eat carrots again. It's as if the carrots are growing us. Was this their plot all along? It was, sadly. I see from your face that you've met some of our wayward ways. Depressing, isn't it? I never thought of it. They are all ways. I mean, I know that they're all ways, I just never thought of calling them that. I wish I knew how to bring them out of the doldrums. Did you have any ideas? I certainly do. But Kakushu will probably not. Perhaps they can yet find new dreams of their own. Why not start by telling them of your dream? Or option 3. Actually help the people who still want help. Just kidding, there is no option 3. Why not start by telling them of your dream? I promise I'll stop harping on that now. You mean the one about the carrots the size of starships, or... oh, my dream. If each of... the friggin' little rabbit ear flop thing. If each of my fellows had their own dream to guide them, they would be cured of their melancholy as surely as I was. It's a tougher journey to get to there, but yeah. There you go. Of course, finding one's dream is easier said than done, yeah. Perhaps we can help them on their respective ways by introducing the myriad options available. It took significant trial and error in my case, after all. If we gather the Loporrits who already have dreams together in a centralized location, that should make for a decent start. We simply show my listless fellows the fun to be had in various pursuits, and bam! They'll be struck with inspiration so hard, we'll have to carry them out on stretchers. It could work. They could also be, like, overwhelmed and think, like, what's wrong with me, but I think it's a good starting point. An operation of this scale will require permission from Livingway, though, and I am but one of the frankly excessive number of Loporrits under her authority. You guys mate like bunnies. As she reminds us, our passing whims must be processed in the order they are received. Your whims, on the other part, are practically the whims of Etheirys itself, and would be prioritized accordingly. You'll lend your support to my petition, won't you? That's right. I actually I'm coming from a fairly privileged position here. It's her. Quickly put on your best person of Etheirys with high hopes for the future face. Why, Kakushu, what a pleasure to see you. May I say you're looking especially person-like today. It worked. Our face is perfect. And Dreamingway, besides, is there something I can assist you with? I have yet to find a willing instructor in the Ishgardian Horn, I'm afraid. Oh no, that's to say, you'll have doubtless noticed that many a Loporrit's fur is looking less than slate lately. As to what can be done about it... It's a reasonable plan. I see. I have been grappling with the self-same concern. Large though projects like the Excitatron... I have to try that still. Excitatron they are simply insufficient to occupy everyone here. So I say, why not? Why, we have the whole moon at our disposal, and there's no reason a small portion of it should not be dedicated to Loporrit enrichment. I even know a few folks who I'm certain would be willing to share their dreams. Just a sec. And here they are. Who are they? First, allow me to introduce Coiningway. They have a zest for monetary matters big and small and dream of minting their own currency. I forgot, have we learned how they get their names? Is it just like they come out with a, I think they've addressed it, I just don't remember what the answer was. Though your venue will be primarily a marketplace of dreams, you shall doubtless require a more tangible system to ensure your collaborators are compensated fairly. That is to say, I dare say, is where I come in. Rest assured that your participation in my experimental market will be invaluable in proving the moon's viability as an economic power. You want the moon to be an economic power. Friggin' Managing Way. Managing Way will also be happy to join you. They were responsible for determining the layout of our facilities, delineating development projects, ensuring goals were met by each work division, and other such administrative matters. Unfortunately, with the Exodus cancelled, much of their work has dried up, and it's been difficult to find another suitable outlet for their enthusiasm. Managing Way. According to my projections, each and every stage of this project must needs be strictly scheduled in order to meet target metrics. Would you like to see my charts? I assure you, there are very few things I would like to see less than I would like to see your charts. Ooh, charts! How fortunate we are to be working with true experts in whatever it was you said. They've got the spirit. As well as Kakushu, of course. You'll be staying, I hope. Oh, nod. There is no greater expert in helping Loporrits find their dreams than you. Even should we scour the moon, nay, the universe. Managing Way, if I may. The little raised paw. We will require a skilled artisan if we are to meet our goals. My files indicate you have significant experience in this area. I do, but it's been a couple years. I have already added your name to the list of staff. It would be disruptive to remove it now, so I too must ask for your cooperation. Let's build some dreams. We're going into this with both paws. Whew, I feel much better knowing you'll be here to help. Living Way, do try to avoid causing Kakushu undue trouble, yes? Now, I have taken the liberty of designing a space for your activities. Is it going to be just up here? I guess it is. Oh, no, it's not. Just beyond that door is a room. I mean, it is, but I wasn't sure if it was just going to be on the balcony. Just beyond that door is a room to which we've never assigned a real purpose, and we've been using it for storage, but no one will be terribly put out if you use it as your venue. All right, sweet. This is going to be... I am excited to see where this goes. I fear they know not what trials lie in wait. One trial in particular. Whatever shall we do with our most wayward way? Who's the most wayward way? Is it... It's not Dreaming Way. It's a surprisingly ominous note. Hoper's Hold. It's a good starting point. Good enough. Dreaming Supporter. Are you the vendor? Greetings. This supporter has been programmed to assist with dreaming-related needs. Today's automatically generated suggestion is chocobo jousting. Oh no, we got ChatGPT in here. Damn it. The friggin' face rub. It's been like a year and a half since I started this expansion. I'm still not over the face rub. I didn't think it was possible to dream any bigger than I already have, but look at this place. It's pretty sweet. It is pretty sweet. I thought it was a little basic at first. It is not basic. You got your greenhouse igloo in the middle. All sorts of little shop. Is that a slide in the background there? It still needs a lot of work before we can open to the dreamless public, however, so without further ado, if I may. Before we build, it is vital that we clarify our vision to ensure unity of purpose and stoke the flames of motivation. Otherwise, we shall find ourselves giving up halfway through, or worse, executing inefficient processes. Yeah, okay. All right, I definitely know people. I don't work with any of these people these days, but I have met people like this. I see. In that case, I suppose my vision is to build a stage for musical performances. That's my dream, after all. I guess, yeah. I guess this is going to be like a variety place. We will also require a commercial area wherein my new currency can change paws. I imagine we might procure a variety of merchandise as well. No objections here, all right. I can scarcely wait to begin pricing. This is a little bit too real. Managing way. As far as labor is concerned, I am happy to construct building ways services. The construction systems at his disposal should see our tasks carried out that much the swifter. That said, the components we use in our construction efforts will greatly benefit from a master craftswoman's touch. Kukushu, that is to be your responsibility. I will do my best. Yeah, you're gonna go far, kid. For the moment, you should focus on creating components for the frame of Dreaming Way's stage. It's vital that we prevent any wibbling, wobbling, or outright collapse. Yeah, I don't know if there are lawsuits on the moon. And what are you then? Managing? Oh yeah, that should be everything. But if you require additional raw material, okay, so you are going to be the vendor. The rabbit-eared chatbot is going to be the vendor. Synthesize musicking station components. All right, how do I do this? Tribal quests, right? Carefully crafted to prevent injury to frolicking Loporrits. Noble. Yeah, we did it. Now for liability reasons, we're going to wait here during construction. Okay. It's very Loporrit. Behold, the stage of my dreams, from which we shall share the joys of music with all Loporrit kind. Is that... Do you have like a... are you going to be like a DJ? Impressive, is it not? Even more so when we... turn up the music. Oh my god, this is going to be a nightclub. I wrote this one myself. Doesn't it make you want to hippity hop? Can you write this? It's pretty good. I'll admit, it's a pretty good remix. Frankly, you've managed to exceed my expectations. Rarely is the first stage of a project such a success. Is that what this is? Coining way. I'm going to be handsomely rewarded with original Loporrit carrots. Gold carrots. This is bizarre. I still have my doubts as to whether you'll find anyone to purchase that slide. Yeah, what is that going to be used for? this is somehow bizarre and surprising and exactly what I should have expected. Not bespeaks a well-run organization with plentiful financial returns like uniforms. Yes. These managing way, these shirts should keep our mutual goals at the forefront of our minds. They are nailing the dialogue for managing way. This is quite something. They're making it very official. Bashful Loporrit, but pardon me, but what is this place? I couldn't help but follow the music, and before I knew what was happening, I had hopped all the way here. This, my friend, is a workshop. The Workshop of Dreams. You should team up with the, not the Sylphs, with the Fae. They have an actual workshop of actual dreams. Huh, that does have a nice ring to it almost, doesn't it? Almost musical. In any case, feel free to stay for as long as you like. That little smile. Yeah, this is working out great. Listless Loporrit. Where am I? Everyone looks so happy. Am I allowed to join in? I wish someone could tell me what to do. If I may. I do hope they find their way. Surely there's a dream out there for everybody. I'd hope so. Thank you for helping to make mine a reality. You're welcome. Loporrits to lure into our helpful clutches. That's, I guess. Pigeon. So, okay. Oh no, are we gonna have, like, Karen Way? Are we gonna have Karen Way coming in here and, like, turn the noise down? There are people trying to rest in this playground. Is this gonna be one of these things? Hopping, or what's this ruckus? Can't they just be quiet? Hopping around like fools won't change anything one whit. This is final boss Loporrit. All right, the Dreaming Workshop is open to the public. I'm looking forward to this. The Dreaming Ways. We've just hit friendly. We are friendly with the Loporrits. The Incredible Machines. Dreaming Way has big plans for Hopper's Hold. And the music is really growing on me. I have liked it already, but it continues to grow on me. Dreaming Way. Our musicking station is a rousing success. I must admit I understand less than half of what Coiningway says about the circulation of carrots, but they seem rather pleased with the shopping station's results as well. Good, because the dailies so far have just been about the music thing. Dreaming Way. I do wish we had more dreams on offer, however. This cannot possibly be enough to satisfy every Loporrit's need. Dreams, no, Managing Way. Dreams, passion, ingenuity. I believe I know a Loporrit who can help. A Loporrit with a vision? Nay, a dream? Just so. She adores fixing all manner of things, whether they need it or not. So I guess Loporrits use all the pronouns, because I get the sense this is a singular they, like, no, whether the things need it or not. I thought it was going to be like Loporrit uses she, they pronouns. Okay. You may have some difficulty convincing her to set up a station here, however. Surely we can convince her if we try. What's her name? Repairing Way, of course. She's been rather fixated on the machines in Greatest Endsvale of late, so I shouldn't be surprised to find her there. In that case, let's sally forthwith. And by us, I mean you and me, Kukushu. We require your powers of persuasion as a person of Aetheris. Yeah, so we're down here, Greatest Endsvale. Pardon me, are you Repairing Way? That I am. And you are? I'm Dreaming Way, and this is the illustrious Kukushu. Thank you for that intro. We're here to invite you to join a project of utmost import. Oh, what would that be? Why wouldn't they want to join us? Because we're far away from the repair stuff? Because they don't like other Loporrits? I don't know. Yes, I can see why that problem sorely needs fixing. I can't reach half the mechanisms in Bestway's burrow for melancholy Loporrits draping themselves about. Even so, my paws are quite full, I'm afraid. Should I be derelict in my repair duty? Ah, so they feel like they're needed around elsewhere, not that they don't want to be there in particular. Okay. Should I be derelict in my repair duties, we'll be even shorter on supporters than we already are. Or the moon will go flying off into the Great Expanse, and then where would we be? In the Great Expanse. Good point. I should hate to inconvenience everyone by hurling us out into the cosmos. I can recommend someone with similar talents, however. His name is Inventing Way, and he is quite mechanically inclined. And you think he'd be willing to assist? Oh yes. He's been more than happy to help in the past. I would call upon him more often, in fact, if only his repairs weren't so experimental. Also, Repairing Way seems pretty content with their role at the moment. They don't seem like they need these dreams. In any case, you'd need only say that your project will allow him to work with machines, and he shall doubtless agree without any further consideration. I'm certain he'd be happier experimenting freely in your workshop than operating within the confines of practicality out here. Why, just the other day I asked him to repair one of our carrot creation stations, and next thing I knew, the thing had sprouted limbs and was dancing about to improve sprinkler efficacy. I want to see that. He certainly sounds like my kind of Loporrit. You know where we might find him now? To the north of here? I noticed he enjoys gazing out upon the machinery while he considers his next harebrained scheme. Well played. Thanks so much for your assistance. All right. Yeah, so that makes sense why Repairing Way wouldn't want to be here, because Repairing Way is, again, has a role that they're already happy with. They don't need this, and they feel like their role is best accomplished like by being out and about, which it probably is. Also, like my new level 81 crafting set. Well met. Are you Inventing Way? Who's asking? That is to say, how may I help you? That's right. Crafting Way looks eager. Repairing Way told us you might be willing to join us in Hoper's Hold. You see... Again, the explanatory fade out. I like it. Sweet Mother Heidelin, I thought you were going to come here with a repair job, but you're saying I can make any machine I dream up? That's right, you get to be put into a role that you'd become happy with. This is the greatest day of my life. Yeah, I thought you'd like that. That is to say, I'd be delighted to join you. I enjoy working on machines a normal amount. It was I who invented the supporters, in fact. Granted, I didn't anticipate that your people would turn out to be so small, which inevitably resulted in their supporters identifying them as unauthorized organisms and initializing their murderous rampage sequences. Yeah, we've had a few of those. But I wanted to fix that. If I'd been given the chance, I know I could have. Project management, though, wanted to go another way. I mean, you're still going to have to deal with Managing Way, but you'll have a much freer hand up there. And Managing Way won't be managing you anyway. Repairing Ways offered a few odd jobs to keep me occupied while I look for a new role, but I think my innovative take on carrot cultivation may have been our last straw. Which is why I'm grateful for a position where I can be myself. How can I possibly thank you? Dreaming Way, and no thanks necessary. I only hope you'll do your best to share your dream with our fellow Loporrits. You bet I will. I'll share like no one has ever shared before. I'll overshare, and then they'll all see. Anyone who says they'll all see should immediately be like mistrusted, but I know they're just playing with the trope here. That is to say, I look forward to working with you. I have a number of large projects in mind, so I may bring along a few friends with time on their paws, and... No. Why are you doing the screaming no? Whatever am I gonna find? Where am I gonna find a pneumatic saw? All my best tools were reappropriated when I was dismissed from my position. Why don't you come back to the Dreaming Workshop and discuss it with Managing Way? They have a way of finding what we need. Oh, that's good, because I need a great many things. We'll be setting up a whole new station, so please come find us in Hopper's Hold when you have a chance. Okay, this is going to be... Okay, so the next set of quests, I guess, are not going to be music. They're going to be invention-y stuff. Welcome back. As expected, Managing Way turned Inventing Way's requests into a tidy and particular list, then hopped off to oversee their procurement. Yeah, managing actually can be very helpful. All right, like project management, super helpful, just not for everyone. All right, so we need to make insulation suitable for preventing unwanted shocks or conflagrations. That's no fun. Success. Super quick craft. I do hope you enjoyed crafting those items. If you're satisfied with what you've made, I can take them off your paws. So we just made, machining supplies. Handicrafted items provided in bulk will hopefully result in the creation of inventive machines without any Loporrits being harmed in the process. That's the goal. Good heavens, such fine quality. I didn't even try for quality on this. Have you ever thought about changing your name to Crafting Way? I'd be shocked if there's not already a Crafting Way around. I'll leave you to think about that while I get Inventing Way set up. No doubt he's itching to astound us with his creations. All right, it looks awesome. It also looks like it could be like a robot death squad. Oh, I'm astounded! Confounded, but mostly astounded. Rest assured, this was merely the warm-up before the sprint. My mind races with ideas. I don't know what these do, but they look cool as hell. They certainly are unique. I dare say even I would struggle to find a use for most of these. But as we never specified you do aught but live your dream, I suppose it's only fair to rate your performance above average. You're living your dream above average. And you're drawing a lot of curiosity. And here they come, my disciples. Gaze upon these machines and let the inspiration flow through you. Yeah, you're going to become the first tyrant in Loporrit history. Welcome to the Dreaming Workshop. If anyone would like to try their paw at the dreams we have on display, please do inquire about our free trials. Look at them all, their big floppy ears. I don't even know what trying them means, but go for it. Oh, the villain. And now useless machines. Is it not enough that we have no use ourselves? The red eyes. Oh, sorry, just a real life thing. So we got mysterious, evil, not evil necessarily, but mysterious, skeptical rabbit. If I can use this ironic display to demonstrate the depths of our irrelevance, my petition to reactivate the hibernation stations may at last be approved. That is interesting. So this Loporrit wants to just go back into hibernation. They want to just kind of take everyone. They feel like we're like our purpose is we no longer have a purpose. The Aetherius is not going to blow up. So what's the point of even trying to find a dream? Struggle to your heart's content, my friends. Show us the meaning of futility. That's a really cool antagonist for this particular type of storyline and this particular tribal series and the whole history of the Loporrits. I love that. Who was that? You gotta know, right? It's gotta be someone very particular. Like, it's gotta be someone famous. Like, they're only red eyes. I don't know. Someone who's not interested in the machining station, it seems, but we have plenty of Loporrits who are, and that's what matters. If we continue to draw such enthusiastic crowds to each station we build, everyone will have their own dream in no time. I can't help but bop to this. What's new at Coining Way? A rainbow hopping rug. Multicolored mat perfect for vigorous and rhythmic bouncing. I'm gonna have to try this out. Let's check this. It's perfect. It's just what I'd hoped for. Where do we put this? I guess we'll just put it here. Oh, mother of Lord, look at that. Yep, and the colors move across the bottom. Couldn't have asked for more. We've reached trusted with the Loporrits. Too few cooks. The machining station has surpassed our wildest imaginings. What are those things? Mechanical mysteries aside, we've gathered a good crowd, yet I know we can do more. I feel it in my ears. I asked the others if they had any ideas, and apparently Managing Way has it all planned out, because of course they do. Managing Way, can you share your thoughts with Kukushu? Certainly. Consider, if you will, the traditional Loporrit diet. Carrots, carrots, and more carrots. Many of us, myself included, have in fact subsisted exclusively on carrots. Contact with the people of Aetheris, however, has revealed a whole world of non-carrot foodstuffs, in addition to fascinating trades and traditions entirely centered around food. If a Loporrit's heart harbored a secret passion for such cuisine, how would they know? They would not until they visited our one-of-a-kind cooking station, that is. I don't have my cooking past 80 at the moment. A delicious idea, is it not? I'm genuinely asking. I, too, have eaten naught but carrots, you see. And thus we arrive at our primary issue, staffing. There are a few Loporrits with sufficient knowledge of cuisine. Pudding Way. Straight up Pudding Way. He's enthusiastic. Pudding Way is my first guess. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hopers will be stuffed to the brim with pudding before the day is out. The acoustics would be dreadful, and I doubt Inventing Way's machines are pudding-proof. That's fair. I mean, Pudding Way seems like they would go... The Loporrits are kind of like cartoon characters, and so Pudding Way would, like, stuff the Best Way's burrow with pudding. Perhaps we should ask Cooking Way after all. There truly is no better Loporrit for the job. Does he have a passion for it? I don't know. Unfortunately, he is studying currently with the Sharlayans. We would need to coax him back to the moon if he is to work with us. Oh, that's right, he's honing his craft. Perhaps he won't need coaxing. We won't know until we try. Though I don't fancy wandering through the city by myself again, what with the gleaners running to and fro. They never watch where they're swinging those pointy knees of theirs. Please, would you come and protect me from the knees? I will save you from the knees, don't you worry. I am in your debt. Together we shall brave the fearsome Aetheryte Plaza and its deadly knees. All those people, all those knees, the horror. But we must approach if we are to inquire as to Cookingway's whereabouts. Not that the folk of Aetheris are terribly good at telling us Loporrits apart, Yeah, they all look the same. Sorry. Perhaps we can begin by simply asking if they've seen any Loporrits about. Aside from me, that is. Shall we? All right. Seeing so many shops lined up, I can't help but feel excited. Who knows what's in store? We wanted the other Loporrits to experience that same sense of anticipation, so Managing Way and I used this place as a reference for the Dreaming Workshop. Can you tell? I absolutely can. That's really neat. That's really cool. I like it. I saw Loporrit watching diners at the last... Oh, okay. We got a Pudding Way sighting. Yeah, not who we're looking for. The hero we... Maybe not the hero we need. The hero we want, but not the hero we need right now. Oh, another Loporrit. It must be my lucky day. Yeah, so, okay, so another Loporrit here has interest in the Far Eastern recipes. So this is... We've struck gold. Headed toward the west side of town. Thank you, friend. What is this over here? Discuss the rostra. Gazing at it from the faraway moon, we always imagined Aetheris to be the most beautiful place. And truly it is. I'm glad it's still here. Me too. I don't know, I mean, it's got some moments. It certainly has its time. We have found Cooking Way. Salutations, Cooking Way. Dreaming Way? Is that you? What happened to your clothing? It's yellow. Well, since you asked. Yeah, Dreaming Way looks like he's ready to lead the Tour de France. Heavens, I had no idea our fellow Loporrits were in such dire straits. It's only right I do what I can to help them. Yeah, no coaxing needed. Or you did coax it, or coaxing was needed and you just did it. And I must admit I'm eager to test the many recipes I've learned here on Aetheris. I know I've been a bit fixated upon carrots in the past, but I'm a changed Loporrit now. There's a whole world of flavor out there, and it's time we brought it to Bestway's Burrow. Huzzah, flavor! Of course, I will need a kitchen. No, we got you covered. I could provide my own pots and pans, but I would appreciate your assistance with dishes and utensils. Most of Aetheris' cuisine is not so conducive to gnawing as one might expect. Leave it to us. I saw a chop stick once. About that, it would probably be best for you to consult Master Dickon at the last stand about the details. He'll show you what you need to prepare and in what quantities. Hell yeah. All right, we got ourselves a little chef. Not a giant chef like Kakushu, but a little chef like the Loporrits. Let's go and speak with Master Dickon. Yeah, I know what utensils are, but, I mean, I couldn't craft a utensil myself. I couldn't make a fork that you'd want to actually eat with. Well, if it isn't at least is it my favorite temporary server? And I see you brought one of the cute little moon fellows, too. Are they fellows? I guess anyone's a fellow. Fellow tends to skew male, but it's a little bit gender neutral, at least. It's more neutral than male, I think. Hard to say. Tableware for the Loporrits. Why not? You'll need dishes and bowls and some cutlery, tablecloths and mats as well, maybe? Just a sec, I'll make a list. This should be everything. Yeah, got your little jars of herbs or pesto or something. Oh, thank you very much. And you got snail branded, no, I guess that's the symbol we see throughout Charlene, isn't it? Whatever that thing on the box is. Those Nautilus things. Hey, don't mention it. Just save a place for me. I'll get up there one of these days. Please do. I'll even send you a proper invitation once we're operational. You better. Speaking of which, it's time we return to Hopper's Hole. These sticks won't chop themselves. You got the spirit. You're trying. You're doing your best. For some reason, I just clicked through it. I don't know what happened there. There you are. I turned Master Dickens' list over to Managing Way, so preparations are well underway. They did ask me to ask you to craft a few things, if you don't mind. Fancy table mats. I was wondering how they're going to get the weaver thing in. It had to be either linens or table mats. Yeah. I'll have the necessary supplies here, so you can set to work straight away. A friend of mine was just doing the heavens. We stocked up the. Oh, I'll do that in a sec. We've stocked the Dreaming Supporter with surplus supplies, so feel okay. Yeah. A friend of mine was just doing the Heaven's Word, or excuse me, sneeze. Heaven's Word or Stormblood. I don't remember. What was the? There was one particular, the final expansion where you had to craft. I think it was Stormblood, where you have to craft, like, using materials you farm and bought, and you have to craft a high quality version of them to progress. I hated that. I'm so glad they do the regular, like, leveling quests this way. That was a pain in the butt. I felt so much anger and discouragement as I do my best to craft a high quality thing, and I would get close, but I would fail and have to go refarm everything or buy everything again. I did not like that. We got a couple of restaurant-grade supplies, indispensable to the sophisticated and sanitary serving of cuisine. I trust your work went to plan. Managing Way's plan, that is. Yeah, well, we made some, nothing high quality, but we made some stuff. Oh, is that what those are supposed to look like? Fascinating. Cooking Way has already arranged his kitchen according to his very exacting preferences, so we should have everything we need to get started. I hope you worked up an appetite. I would love to eat Loporrit cooked food. I think you can make some great vegetable curries. Those look amazing. Oh god, I want to visit Cafe Orzia in Japan. Feast your eyes on the cooking station. Oh, what shall we eat first? Everything. Look at that saucy move. Welcome. Do taste as many dishes as you like. Each recipe's been prepared with loving care. If you have any questions about the flavors of techniques involved, I should be more than happy to instruct you. Look at them frolicking, and they're building up their dreams. They're building a life after they didn't have to save us, or they saved us but not in the same way they thought they would. Look at their happy little face rub. You're doing great. Now we have to have Sinister Sam join in, right? Yeah. I don't remember your name. Sorry, friend. I remember that, Loporrit. I should like to speak with them, but they're always running off. Yeah, friggin' Batman. All right. Let's see what other what tokens we got as we advance to step 5. I think it's reputation level 5. Look at these things. These are great. You're still eating a plain old carrot? Look at the shit in front of you. You got like like a, what is that? What's that dish called that's like the flan dish with like caramel on top? I'm looking this up. Is it just called caramel flan? I thought it had another name. I guess it's just flan. I think it's just flan. Okay. You got flan with like a pistachio topping. What are the ears, you think? Cookies? You got rabbit rabbit cupcakes, rabbit muffins. Lovely. We got a minion finding way. Can find his own way without you, but chooses to tag along. Diminutive even among his brethren, this Loporrit was the last to awaken from his eons-long slumber. Although his mission was to survey the land, it has become his foremost passion to make new discoveries, and he shares the accounts of his journeys with everyone on the moon. So that's it's not a wind-up, it's an actual Loporrit. There's a whole world out there to explore. Shaggles! The reference to Shaggle. Not that it's a reference. I guess it's a reference. Yeah, it's... Ah, bless that little troll. I hope he's doing well. Oh, I was waiting for, like, what does it do after? Usually they have an idle, cute little idle animation. Does the ear tug. But it can't reach its ears. The ears are too high. The Loporrits now respect us. All is right with the world. Teamwork makes the dream work. Kokushu, you recall that curious character who we've seen, for lack of a better term, lurking about Hopper's Hole, don't you? Well, I hear tell they also spend a great deal of time lurking about Watcher's Palace, a regular lurking way, that one. Just in any case, it seems the Dreaming Workshop isn't meeting their needs. I should like to ask them how we can be more helpful. Would you join me? I would. I would be very curious. Perhaps they grew tired of the view and decided to take their lurking elsewhere. So they're not around right just yet, or are they? They are. Wonder why their eyes are a different color. Like if it's just characterization to make them stand out, or if there's an actual reason in game. Quick, before they slip away. Yeah, they're not actively trying to sabotage us or anything just yet, at least, so that's good. Hail, my good way. If I'm not mistaken, you've come to enjoy the offerings of our Dreaming Workshop a number of times, have you not? Enjoy, hardly. The criticism. Though I suppose watching you pointlessly exert yourselves has been entertaining enough. That's good, but I was hoping we might assist you in finding a dream of your own. And what is it you expect me to dream of? Fanciful machines? Colorful cuisines? Think not. Without the people of Aetheris to delight in them, such pursuits are meaningless, one and all. What about me? I guess, I don't really... you're talking about on a larger scale, I get it. I cannot say I agree. No matter. Your exertions have their place in supporting my petition to Living Way. That's right! They are actually trying to mess things up. Again, it's been a couple weeks since I last recorded because... and I have a bad memory. So so they're trying to get everyone to go kind of back into hibernation. It's really, I mean, it's basically what that same Endwalker theme, like the theme of Oblivion. It's sleep in this case, but it's still basically we petition to just end it. When she authorizes my hibernation, I shall dream sweet dreams at last. I don't remember if they're petitioning just for themselves to go into hibernation or everyone. I think it's everyone. So their dream is to sleep? That's a lot of nonsense, if I do say so myself. You can hardly follow your dreams while you're asleep. Perhaps Living Way will understand better than I don't think they would want a dream. I think my guess is that they'd actually just want Oblivion. Perhaps Living Way... Okay, it sounds like our Ashen-furred friend has spoken to this matter to her before. There you are, Living Way. Might we have a word? So soon? I thought your project was proceeding apace. No, okay, so it probably is just a petition for them to go back into hibernation, not for everyone. Overall, yes, but we're struggling with one way in particular. Are you familiar with an Ashen-furred Loporrit? Red eyes, mysterious, absolutely adorable until they open their mouth. That's a harsh one, that last one. Holy crap. Fair, but harsh. Oh yes, I was aware they had paid a visit to Hopper's Hold, but I wasn't aware that you were aware. Perhaps you may yet succeed where I have not. You are aware, Kakushu, that the Loporrits were created to prepare the moon for man's arrival, and these preparations required substantial time and effort. All bent toward our common goal in their own way, but some Loporrits went above and beyond. One in particular. So they really put a lot into this. This most passionate of ways took the name Counseling Way. Their role was to lend a listening ear and provide advice to the people of Aetheris, something we anticipated would be sorely needed given the abrupt displacement you all were to face. This is already making me think of the high self-harm rates in the... It's more than that, but again, I don't want to get banned on YouTube or whatever for saying certain things. Rates among mental health professionals, and burnout at the very least. More than any other, they sought to understand your people. They studied, they practiced, and they looked forward to the day when they would finally meet you. As you can imagine, the change of plans came as a terrible shock. They became uninterested in their former pursuits, and are adamant that naught of worth remains for them to do. I was unable to persuade them otherwise, and after some time, they disappeared from the burrow altogether. That is a good premise for a tribal story. It was shortly after there that other Loporrits began sighting an Ashen-furred Way wandering Mare Lamentorum. Yeah, rough news. Even I didn't recognize them at first. I wondered whence this new way had sprung. Then I watched them stand out there gazing at the sky at Aetheris, and I realized it was the grief that had changed them, a loss too heavy to bear. It came as no surprise when they asked to be put back in hibernation. Yet I cannot allow it. Even with the final days averted, there must be a place for us in this world. I know there is. We need only reach out our paws. I said as much, but it's as if they cannot hear me. And no matter how many times I refuse them, they return with their petition for eternal sleep. This is a sneaky way to get in a whole lot of conversations into... it's not a... I won't say it's a children's game, but into a game that is... in a way that's not taking like a dark, gritty... I mean, it's the friggin' Loporrits. You know what I mean? It would be a tragedy to lose a Loporrit with so much love in their heart. We must find a way to help them, to give them a new dream. Not that I know what that would be. Thanks for telling us of this, Living Way. This is a tough one. A moment, Kakushu. If anyone can save Counseling Way, it's you lot, and they can be saved. I must believe that. So please do everything in your power. On behalf of Loporrit kind, I beseech you. And there's something of it... There's two aspects here. There's Counseling Way as an individual, and there's Counseling Way as a microcosm for the rest of the Loporrit struggles. For the rest of the Loporrits trying to find a purpose here. And this is Challenging Way. This is Challenging Way. This is... My god, this is challenging. The Loporrits have begun infecting my brain. So we're bringing Managing Way into the conversation. So what do we do? This Counseling Way has visited the workshop several times, correct? Yet we have seen no measurable results thus far. And they are not the only Loporrit to have been dissatisfied with our offerings. Though a significant portion have gravitated to the dreams on display, many remain uninterested. I mean, there's some very specific dreams on display. It's not a surprise that not everyone would be into them. We must try a different tack, one that Freaking meowing way over here. One that targets this demographic specifically. I see, but what could a Loporrit who doesn't fancy music or mechanics or mealtime possibly enjoy? Literally anything. Literally anything. Botany, reading, playing with animals. You've named 3 things out of like 73 billion. We might look to what else they have in common. Assuming my mental register is correct, and it usually is, the remaining wayward ways had roles that would have involved direct contact with the people of Aetherius. That's a great call. Is there something you can show them that they have a place with people by giving them a place with people? In addition to consulting roles like counseling ways, there were those specializing in guiding the people around our facilities, interpreting, and other aspects of hospitality. We're going to make a hotel, because people would love to visit the moon. Oh, that means all of them would have been especially disappointed to find out our guests weren't coming. They could hardly carry out their work alone. Alone? What if we didn't wait for them to take interest in a new dream all by themselves? If we bring everyone to work together to work toward a common goal, it may remind them what it's like to have a purpose again. Teamwork is key, to be sure, but what sort of project could we give them? I really think like hotel or shelter or something that fulfills the same purpose they were planning on. The face rub. I'll never get over that. Do you have any ideas? Never underestimate the value of art. That's not what I was going to go with, but I mean, sure, we'll stay positive out of those 2 options. Painting? That's not... okay. Look at those boring walls we have. Surely they could use a touch of paint or a mural. Expressing oneself through art is a proven means of processing negative experiences, though some may prefer a medium other than paint. Never fear, I shall arrange for a variety of supplies. At minimum, we can expect to attract Counseling Way's attention once more. Just where we want them, paying attention. I really think there's an easier, like, much more direct answer to this, but I see the route they're going down. I hope they'll end up with something like directly working with people, because you have access to Aetherius. You can be helpful to them. Very directly. Even the most listless Loporrit would jump at the chance to work together with a representative of mankind. We only need find them. Again. Alright, so where are we going? Recruit listless Loporrits. You want to create something together? Is that allowed? I can't see much of a point in it. But I can hardly refuse a request from a person of Aetherius, even now. Yeah, the despair is real, but we'll get you. We got your backs. So, seems like we're in good shape here. We got some pallets. We're going to get some painting supplies set up. And we got the Loporrits on board. Or they're at least interested. They're at least, like, willing to make a go of it. I may step away to make sure no one else attempts to paint the wall with Cooking Way's frosting. That sounds like it will attract moonbugs. We got our high-quality painting supplies ready to go. Judging by the requested volume, Loporrits really go through art supplies. I'm not surprised. Yeah, they seem like they'd be kind that would be like splattering the walls with whatever they got. Is that a crying Loporrit in the center? It's... Anyone, if you've seen the anime, the blue birds, the Meteon birds, that's gorgeous. I love this. I was thinking if anyone's seen the anime Welcome to Demon School or Makun, the Loporrits have Clara Valak's energy. I hoped they would enjoy themselves, but I never imagined they would become so absorbed in their work, nor create such a magnificent mural. Our greatest success yet. Look at all the birds. Art, truly, you're making my task too easy. Not a fan, huh? What's that purple blob thing? Counseling Way. Do they even want to be called by that name anymore? It might just bring back bad memories. Yeah, okay. Do not call me that. 'Tis a relic of a life I care not to remember. They're totally getting a costume change as they get the spirit back later in this quest line, aren't they? Noted. Would you like to try your paw at painting? And good job on Dreaming Way for respecting it, for not, like, insisting. Not particularly. Yeah, they're probably in the mood where they would see art as frivolous and just killing time. There's a distinct lack of unified vision here, yet somehow it works. Art is a mystery indeed. Listless Loporrit, formerly listless. I had no idea that art could be so liberating. I haven't had this much fun in ages. Look at them go. Fun. Perhaps I once knew what that was like. They could have made this a joke villain. They really didn't, and I'm tremendously impressed by their decision of the route they went with this. With all the Loporrits we've helped, I'd like to think we've done our part. Still, we can't stop. No, we will not stop. Not until we've helped Counseling Way and anyone else who has yet to find a dream. Keep on going. You'll get there. The imaging station is now up. I always kind of wished I was able to. Wished I were able to draw. There's still time, but you know, not you know. It's worth thinking about. How much do I care about it? Probably not enough to learn. I think there's other things I care about more. What's new from Coining Way? Oh, the Final Fantasy IV orchestration roll. Okay. We gotta go check that out. Yeah. Level 1 from Final Fantasy IV. That's right, yep. Yep, this is just straight up the battle music. Not quite what I want when I'm relaxing at in my home, but I'm glad to have collected it. We've hit rank 6, or max rank 6 anyway. 1,000,000 Malms away, Dreaming Way is contemplatively eyeing the remaining open space in Hooper's Hold. Is there only one spot left? There might be only one stall left. Could you join us a moment, Kakushu? Nod, nod. Managing Way. My survey of Bestway's borough morale indicates that the situation is as we suspect. I don't remember any of my voices from week to week. Though our efforts have reached the majority of wayward ways, a few yet remain in the doldrums. Meanwhile, the erstwhile Counseling Way first among them, of course. Yeah. I've stretched my imagination ever so hard for dreams that might inspire them, but nothing concrete has come to mind. I propose that we examine the issue of their personal motivation more closely. Per Living Way, they were once passionate about their work, after all. We cannot change the fact that the people of Aetheris won't be coming to live on the moon, but reaching out to them is hardly beyond our means. They can still live on the moon. I'm sorry to keep harping on this. Every time I come across a new one of these quests, it bugs me, because it's such, like, no pun intended. That was not a rabbit pun with the bugs me, but it... Oh, Moth, be right back. I one-punch manned it. Because there's so many people that would, A, want to live on the moon, and B, don't have any other good... Like, this is a land of plenty that you've made. There's so much demand for that. Anyway. There is not stopping us from utilizing our Ashen-furred associates' communication skills to aid mankind, albeit remotely. Thus making their old dream their new dream. But what sort of station would be suitable? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Painting is nice, but for a lot of people, for most people, I think that sort of thing is more of a side thing that enriches other parts of your life than necessarily the core of it. Not for everyone. There might be a lot of people who that would be the core of it, but you know, given infinite resources with scarcity taken out of the picture. But yeah, I think it's more niche than that. One for sharing useful information with the people of Aetheris, perhaps a station that individuals could contact with questions. I don't think this one. I mean, I guess they're the same thing. What's that rabbit doing in the background? Oh, they're just stalking. One for sharing useful information with the people of Aetheris. I wasn't thinking, well, I guess. Yeah, actually that could work. That could work. People's ears aren't very large, though. How could they hear what's being said? They're from another planet? It's okay. You might use one of those Garlean radios, so long as you refrain from... MC, we have like oh my gosh, we're gonna have DJ counseling way. Everyone in their minion seems quite happy to call me via Link Pearl. Let's go with the Garlean radios. Though, I mean, Link Pearls is probably better if you're going for like one-on-one like Zoom counseling. Schemes sound bad, but radio sounds intriguing. Tell me more. This is what I'm talking. This is one of the things I'm talking about. And you can still hear distant voices through the tiny box. Incredible. We simply must find a way to transmit to these radios. For science! Eyes on the project objectives, please. That said, I quite agree. If Garlemald has such technology, it is likely that the Sharlaeans have studied it, if not invented similar devices. They're 100%. If so, they may have shared its secrets with Living Way, no doubt. Inventing Way will have thoughts on the matter as... No doubt Inventing Way will have thoughts on the matter as well. I leave the technical details in your capable paws. In the meanwhile, I should like to have a chat with the Loporrit formerly known as Counseling Way. Giving him the full prince treatment. Please join me in inviting them to join us. Okay. And again, I appreciate that the stakes for this are... I won't say the stakes are lower. The stakes are not necessarily lower, but smaller, or more individualized. Like, it's not about like, I don't know. It's not about like saving the world or saving. You know, they're not going to eat all of the. I guess that's always the case, though. The tribal quests are always a bit smaller in their things. That's kind of why I like them. One of the reasons. One of the many reasons I like tribal quests in this game. How many reasons? Let's count some of the reasons tribal quests are so good. One, they're story-based. They're not just do random dailies, and eventually you'll... They're not just do... Oh my god. They're not just do random dailies, and eventually you'll get the good loot. Their story progression, they're gradual. They're very limited. You don't need to spend an hour each day on them. You need to, for a few weeks, you do like 3 quests a day. For 3 or 4 weeks, you do 3 quests a day. It's such a good system. And then once you finish them, you're done. Like, you can keep doing them if you have quests. They're great experience after 50. I still think they should buff the level 40 to 50 ones, because the 40 to 50 ones are terrible. Like, the experience for them is terrible. And it's hard enough at that level. It's not that hard, but like your options are very limited in terms of roulettes, and so they all the more reason they should buff that. Anyway, Ashen-furred Loporrit. We know your name. I guess no, we don't really. You said you didn't want to be called Counseling Way. I forgot what you wanted to be called if you said that. You again, I see. Me again. You want me to assist the people of Aetheris remotely? But work isn't effective if it's outside the office. The construction of the station is underway as we speak. Using the magic known as radio, we can transmit all manner of noises across space and darker space. For instance, music. Goodness, we could share my music, couldn't we? Look at that sassy hippie hip jaunt thing. Do not bother the people of Aetheris with that noisome beeping. If we are to employ this station of yours, surely there are myriad better uses. See, now they're like getting on, their minds starting to churn. Better than music? If you ask me, I am asking you. Look at that pondering Loporrit. Many of Aetheris' people lost loved ones during the final days, did they not? We could let them know they're not alone. Or purely as an example, you understand, we could use our unique vantage point to describe cloud formations. Absolutely, weather service, yeah. I don't follow? With that information, those on the ground could more accurately predict incoming storms, forestalling ill-fated forays. You're truly an expert in helpfulness. Those things would never have occurred to me. Yeah, and you're not just being buttered up. Like that's sincere. You're bringing something unique to the table. I suppose I can come and look in on you once you've completed your facilities. Clearly, someone needs to tell you where you're going wrong. Please do. I can hardly wait for you to join us. Together we shall create radio noises like no one has heard before. Though, we actually need to finish the station first. Yeah, let's go do it. This is a great idea. This is a legit... I hope I've been open when it comes to criticizing when the story doesn't make sense, as some of it has in this. It's not that it doesn't make sense. It feels like there's a super obvious solution that they're not dealing with, but this is a really good one. We'll see you there in the Dreaming Workshop. Make sure to come. Dreaming Way is so happy. You got the rabbit jump. You got the jumping jack, jump for joy. You got the jazz hands. You got the full Loporrit ensemble. If I do, will you listen? I don't know if this is... I don't know yet. I mean, of course I don't know because they haven't told me yet. But I don't know if this is going to be a... if that's referring to a specific person or incident, or if that is referring more generally to, like, I'm putting myself out there now, I'm about to, and is there... am I... because when you're vulnerable like that, the pain of being rejected if it doesn't work is... if you don't have a good support system, that can be devastating. Is construction proceeding apace? We're still on schedule, though I've been awaiting Kukushu's return. I trust she'll have little difficulty producing equipment to the vague and mysterious specification provided by our Charlene correspondents. I just started my blacksmith, and so blacksmith's still level 80 with level 70 gear, so that may be tough. If I may. We will require a microphone, or several, I am told. That the material, I'm told that the material, I'm not seeing punctuation today. I'm told that the material inside the device responds to sound waves to produce a signal that can then be transmitted via radio. All right, we'll get that set up for you, don't you worry. Should you require additional supplies or... yeah. We've successfully crafted it. This equipment is incredibly delicate, you say? Well, I suppose I don't need to shake the box, strictly speaking. Yeah, this is... Okay. All right, yeah. Maybe delicate electronics work is not your... Okay. Delicate supplies for the broadcasting station, carefully packaged so as to sustain minimal damage from inevitable Loporrit excitement. Excellent. So they actually took into account the transportation, the users. Ooh, it's even weirder than I expected. I shall exercise the utmost caution as I hop over to managing way with this, I promise. So this is radio. That is the sight, that is the look of a rabbit whose dreams may be on their way to being realized in some way, who at least has hope. Won't you dream of a brighter future with us? That sounds a little cheesier than my character would want to say. If you wish to speak to my people, the microphone is yours. I like it. It's more understated. Understated. And it's funny, given how very directly the Endwalker main story quest was about someone broadcasting a message of despair. And this is going to be broadcasting not something as corny or broad as a message of hope, but broadcasting positive, helpful, something positive and helpful, spreading good things. I have always wished to speak to the people of Aetheris. I must ask, do you think my voice will reach them? Of course it will. That's the magic of radio. I don't think he's talking about that. But I think your message is appreciated nonetheless. Very well. I would like to assist with this station if you're still amenable to the idea. Amenable? Amenable? You won't find a harder working way, I will promise you that. This makes me disproportionately happy. It's always a little harder to relate to the more apocalyptic stuff. But to an individual... it's the part of the beauty of side quests, or the beauty that can be side quests. Is just... they let you tell these smaller stories and smaller stakes, which can often be far more relatable. And with that, the broadcasting station's complete, though we might want to check whether it's working. Yeah, what's your test message going to be? We never did decide on the content of our first message. For once, I fear I am rather at a loss. That's why you have Counseling Way here. Or the Loporrit, formerly known as Counseling Way, apologies. That's where our newest way comes in. Yeah, because I think you're not Counseling Way anymore. Are you going to be, like, DJ Way? MC Way? Radio Way? Curzon Way? Me? There must be something you'd like to share with the people of Aetheris in honor of this special occasion. I also hope their eyes don't change color. I'm sure it was meant to signal their despair, but I hope their eyes stay red. I think that's a cool feature. Makes them look like Bunnicula. And by the way, I'm just remembering how the whole, like, maybe small tech stuff isn't for you, fine motor skill tech stuff. They run a spaceship, they'll be fine. Just need to make the buttons a bit sturdy. Test. People of Aetheris, are you there? Can you hear me, far away as I am? All the way from the moon? I mean, anyone with a radio. I hope I can be of use to you. I hope I can tell you something you didn't know before. I hope that... Oh God, I'm actually tearing up. Okay. Yeah, this gets me. Like, this understands me, though it does. This got to me. I hope that in your darkest moments I can lift your spirits. But perhaps I should start from the beginning. For so long, Frigging Loporrit quest is the one that did it. I mean, it's not the one. It's happened a bunch, but oh my God. We awaited your arrival on the moon. 'Twas to be under the most unfortunate circumstances, to be sure, but yet that only increased the determination with which we set to our preparations. In the end, of course, the final days were averted. The moon was no longer needed. We were no longer needed. Remember us. That's different. It's not entirely different, but it is different enough. Make no mistake, we are glad of your fortune. If you're happy, we are happy, but for many of us, myself included, this marked an end to our very reason for being. And even the Ashen-furred Loporrit's tearing up. Until some Loporrits dared to dream again, to show us that there is always hope so long as we reach for each other. Should you ever lose sight of your dreams, I hope you'll remember that you're not alone. We are here, and the future is a dream we all share. You gonna give your name now? And now the weather. What song is there going to be today and for the weather? I'm never going to associate... thanks to Night Vale, I'm not going to associate the weather with just music. It's going to be pretty imprecise at the moment, but you have technology. This is great. This is so great. I'm not a radio broadcaster. I didn't have a purpose that just ended, but I'm a middle-aged man who lives with my cat that doesn't have... Again, this is one of the best things I've had going on. Just very, very small YouTube channel, just as a way to focus something I love, and even just seeing a few comments here and there really makes my day and makes me feel like I am having some connections. And so, like, I have connections outside of this as well, but it's nice to feel like you have an impact in a bunch of different facets of your life. And anyway, that concludes our inaugural broadcast. Thank you one and all for listening. From the bottom of my heart and on behalf of Loporrit kind, I wish you the very best. And it reminds me that I'm not old. I'm not 90, and even if I were, that wouldn't preclude anything. Preclude some things, but I'm 40. There's still time. How much, I don't know. Tomorrow I could be hit by a bus, but there's the chance that there might be time. Was it too long? It felt awfully short. Do you think they could hear well enough? You did awesome. That smile, that little rabbit smile. I suppose we shall never truly know our audience. Yeah, next expansion, the Loporrits invent, like, social media. But if my voice reached even one person, that's enough for me. Fucking God. What did I just say? That is my dream. In real life, I'm an advisor. I work as an advisor. And this gets me. School advisor. Increase to sworn. We got one more, I think. I think we do, right? Yeah, we got one more quest. One more quest at the end of this. What did we get from Dreaming Way Vendor? We got... Did anyone actually use the fellowships? I feel like I always... No, don't display. I thought I turned that off. I haven't... I don't know. I'm curious if anyone actually does use them. Maybe they're great. What do we get now? Loporrit Carrot Exchange. The mount! A thin rectangular piece of some unknown material. This is actually pretty new to me. I haven't seen, or at least if I've seen it, I haven't recognized it as the Loporrit mount. I don't know what this is going to be. Placing it near Moonhopper will magically bring the machine to life, so it's a machine. Wait. Why don't I get more quests available? I thought that completing one of those quests gives you... Did I have them available? No. I thought completing the thing gives you completing a level up gives you 3 new things. Maybe not. Anyway, let's see this. Oh wait, we can do it here. It's the supply vendor, Moonhopper. This enhanced version of the supporter was lovingly created by the ever-innovative Inventing Way. Not satisfied with merely making it rideable, the Loporrit also fitted a compact speaker that can belt out Dreaming Way's feel-good sounds. Alright. First off, the first thing is we're replacing the Mew Missive, which has been a great mount and is one I will come back to. But I'm excited to get a new one. Moonhopper, add to hotbar, there. Not as... I was about to say not as flashy, but look at it turn into... This fucking transformer turns into, like, jet mode. From rabbit mode to jet mode. That is so cool. That is fantastic. The propeller frames on it. What's this thing? Hop step. Cannot execute it this time. Why not? Can I only execute that on a person? What does hop step do? Emits a cheerful beat to inspire happy hopping. Can I make others dance to my tune? I don't know if I can actually make them dance, but maybe I have to be on the ground for it to work. Yeah, it has a ground thing. That is great. That is... I love it. I love it. I love everything about it. All right, see you in a few seconds or a couple weeks from me, but wait, actually, let's do the math on this. So 1730, so 100, I'm actually, by do the math, I'm just going to get a calculator out. 1730 divided by 180. All right, see you in about a week and a half. We've reached sworn status with the Loporrits. We're ready to take the final step. Are the Ashen-furred Loporrits hanging out here? Do you think my feelings reached them? The distance is so great. I think it did. I mean, I think it reached some people. That's all you can hope for. That's all that I think starting out at least you can hope for. I think even overall, I think that you got to keep your sights low when you're trying to communicate like that. Something that my grandfather, who was a great speaker, who was a high school principal, very good one. I assume he was there for a long time. He was well regarded. And he gave me advice about speaking, which is that if you're in a large room of people, you don't try to speak to the large room of people. You try to figure a few people you can connect to, and hopefully other people will hook on to that. Anyway, wrong thing. We're not doing more dailies just yet. Maybe after this. Dreaming Way. Dreams come true. This is the reward. Oh my god, I'm so glad I've done these. Dreaming Way's pockets rustle as he moves. Kakushu, I have a task of the utmost import for you. After our inaugural broadcast, many of the Dreaming Workshop's Loporrits were inspired to share their own histories and aspirations via the radio. And it seems that people with theorists have been listening. We've invented vlogging. We've received a number of letters, you see, addressed to all in sundry ways. I haven't been able to stop smiling since I read mine. I am painfully delighted. Yet I would doubtless be more so if I had my letter been delivered by a person of a theorist in the flesh. What do you say? How is it delivered? I guess emailed, yeah. Those letters are for Coining Way, Inventing Way, Cooking Way, and the Loporrit of many names. Some of them Counseling Way, and others the voice behind the microphone. Wait, who's the TA one? It must be, again, this quest, I've done this over the course of months, and so I must have forgotten this. In any case, I can't wait to see how they react. Yeah, you get, like, thank you letter live reaction videos. Or, not videos, but, Coining Way, not here to spend your carrots today. A pity. I do work so tirelessly to price our merchandise fairly. I believe you. You do a good job. I never feel like I'm getting scammed when I spend money with the tribes. What's this? A letter from a Charlian economist? Oh heavens, it's happening! It's finally happening! Having heard the fascinating tale of your success in establishing a new currency and independent market. Oh my god, that's right. This has got to be like an economist's dream to see this as it develops. My colleagues and I would like to formally invite you to submit to our rousing quarterly report. Such a heartwarming letter I have never received. I must pen a reply post-haste, not to mention my submission. I owe you thanks, Kakushu. Without your earnest cooperation, the carrot's time to shine may have never come. Trust me when I say that my gratitude is beyond measure. I'm so happy to hear that. This whole thing makes me happy, this whole quest line. What are these anyway? Oh, from a theorist with love. Hail, Kakushu, have you seen a loose screw anywhere? Inventing Way. No matter, I can carry on regardless. Doubt not that this next machine will astonish even your adventurer's eyes. All your machines do. They're incredible. I present this in the background. It's very this. A letter from a theorist. Curious, I wasn't aware that the post-Moogle teleporters had passed safety inspection. That's a pretty cool idea. Let me see. Bugger these tiny letters are tiny. Why, the writer is Garlean. Restoration, recovered scrap, minimal explosions. I see, with this information, I can surely design a machine or two to assist in Garlemald's reconstruction. How fortunate they heard my broadcast. It's only a matter of time before my inventions are beloved far and wide. First Garlemald, then Aetheris, then the universe. Well, we have a line to the universe. We have a line to, yeah, help out the baristas at the end of the universe. And there's one more cooking way. And there's going to be one more after that, of course, with Ashen-furred. Cooking way. Can I interest you in a turn at the whisk? We've been overwhelmed with orders of late. What you see behind me is the last waste standing. I guess both of them are. Nevertheless, I'm glad everyone appreciates our Aetheris-inspired cooking. I must confess, I worry that my inclinations still tend too heavily toward carrots. Yet I can hardly ask this lot for other ideas. Oh, someone's been eating the cake back there. And look at him whipping up the eggs, or whisking whatever he's whisking back there. Fresh inspiration, you say? I certainly hope so. A letter from Master Dickon himself. What a happy surprise. He's included a recipe of his own devising. This is precisely what I need to break free from my carrot-based confines. Let me know if this inspires any new dishes up there, he says. I certainly will. I hope you will sample whatever we cook up next. This is great, and I love that we get to see their, like, the next iteration. That this isn't just some stories that this is a very minor pet peeve, but it annoys me when stories give a happily ever after that doesn't give a hint of what the happily ever after looks like in the ways that things are going to change and evolve. I like that this is showing like the new communities they're going to connect with, and like you can, even if we're not going to do, you know, ongoing quests throughout the rest of their lives beyond the dailies, like it gives a real clear sense of like the ways that they're going to grow in their particular lives and their particular dreams. Ashen-furred Loporrit. Ah, well met. Can I help you with anything this morning? From Aetheris with love. For me, from Persons of Aetheris. Oh, I hope I didn't say something to offend them. No, you're good. Watch its hate mail. Just wrecks Ashen-furred Loporrit's whole progress arc. The first is from a Garlean refugee. I miss my homeland dearly, but your voice reminded me that even here I'm not alone. Thank you for lifting my spirits. And this one appears to have been written by a child's paw. Dear Radio Loporrit, how did you learn to talk like people? You are very good. How did you learn to talk like people? I want to be a radio when I grow up too. Love me. They really are listening. How did you learn to talk like people? I want to be a radio when I grow up. What a perfect pair of sentences. I once believed I would never again look forward to tomorrow. But Dreaming Way's hope is infectious, isn't it? I owe him, and you, more than I can say. I have a bit of a cold this morning, which is aiding with Ashen-furred Loporrit's voice. I'd like to share something with you if you don't mind. I've been pondering a new name for myself. My dream may have not changed all that much, but I am a different way than I was. Are they going to go with, like, Radio Way? I was alone for some time, you understand, or sharing way, I don't know. Long enough to make me appreciate the value of a kind word. Now that I have returned to the Fluffle? To the Fluffle? Is that the flock of Loporrits, like a group of Loporrits? Is a Fluffle of Loporrits? I am so happy this morning. This is the best info. I find myself wanting to speak with your people and my fellow Loporrits as much as I can. So after some discussion, I have chosen to become Talking Way. I shall be a friendly voice to the people of Aetheris and to those closer to home. I love it. By which I mean, well, I hope you will consider me a friend too. I would love to. I wouldn't have any, say no more Talking Way, or do, yes. You know what? I'm not going to go. I don't want things to be misinterpreted in the least. I'm going to go with I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you, Kukushu, for your kindness and for listening. Call me listening way. That would be a pretty cool title to get for completing this. I don't know. All the letters have been seen safely into the right paws. You did it, Dreaming Way. You should feel proud. And I know you do. Kukushu, were they excited? Delighted? That's even better than I had dreamed. The people of Aetheris have been ever so kind. Including those who have yet to listen to our broadcast. According to one of the letters Managing Way received, word of our station has spread far and wide, and many of your fellows are keen to get their paws on radios of their own. To little success, I'm afraid. But we're here to help. Inventing Way has gathered his disciples, and they are producing radios as we speak. I shall see them delivered to Aetheris with all speed. Can you imagine the whole star listening to us? Despite the tragedy radios have wrought in the past, that was a Garlemald's one-time only thing. Hopefully that trauma hasn't spread farther. Well, to be honest, I was uncertain we would ever make it this far. To find new dreams for each and every Loporrit seemed a monumental task, and you've had a good start at it. There's still plenty, but you've made gigantic progress. I think it's like an eternal thing. It's an ongoing task if it's one that you're interested in keeping up. There's always going to be new dreams that haven't been fulfilled, which I think is a sign of hope. There's something energizing about that, rather than despairing. But it's a matter of perspective and mood. Yet look at them now. They've come so far, and who knows what they'll dream up next. Of course, as for me, I'm eager to start composing again. Get ready to hop along to my next hit. Pretty solid EDM from this. I would absolutely visit a Loporrit themed. I don't know if I'd visit a Loporrit themed dance hall, because I don't visit dance halls at all, but I would be interested in watching a video about someone who visits a Loporrit themed dance hall, or getting the studio recording of them. I'm like at the infinite IKEA right now. None of our dreams would have been possible without you, Kukushu. On behalf of all of us, thank you ever so much. And remember, should you ever want for a friendly ear or a well-eared friend, we are always here for you. I'm glad. Look at this. Oh, and you got the sunglasses ones bopping, doing their own thing. This was great. This was really pretty fantastic. They're always fantastic. They always are. This one hit me really personally in a couple of points. And it's main arc. Now that I think about it, I don't know. I didn't even think about this until just now. I wonder if there's a... Oh, ear wiggle. We got to try that. Is there a... There's a triple triad. A new triple triad card appeared. Gaming Way. Okay. First, though. First of all. Eat pumpkin cookie. When was that a thing? When did I get eat pumpkin cookie? I don't know. My character looks really suspicious eating the pumpkin cookie, though. Ear wiggle. Add to favorites. Huh. Little ears appear. That's fantastic. Is there a one of those quests that you get when you complete all the tribal quests? I don't know. I'll have to take a look at that. For now, let's finish this off with the triple try. Oh, actually, before this, do I get anything new at the Dreaming Vendor? I don't think so. I think the final reward was just the emote. Dreamwalker orchestration roll. Have I not gotten that? I guess I haven't. Permits the hiring of Loporrit junk mongers on the estate. Oh, hell yeah. Loporrit menders. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, we want a whole Loporrit team at our groups at our free companies hall. I thought I got a Framing Way kit. Did I not? I guess I didn't. Perfect. No notes. Gaming Way. You're familiar with Triple Triad, yes? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Everyone in the Theorist knows about it, or so I'm told. A friend of mine who went there taught me how to play, and now my dream is to be in the tournament one day. We got another early training arc, another anime training arc going on here. All right, Yugi, let's go. I actually don't know Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that about anime? Is that about training card game training arcs, or is that one of those where like the fate of the world is at stake? Oh yeah, we got the Dreaming Way card. Good. Dreaming Way. I promise not to give up until we've found my dream, even if it's the last thing I do. Good job, buddy. Yeah, this is... I think this is going to be set for me for a while in my little home here. That's going to be it for me for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and next, I guess, I mean, if there's a larger tribal quest, like one that brings them all together, I'll do that. Otherwise, I'm going to play some more Dimensions, and once I finish Act 3 of that game, probably another few weeks, couple weeks, I will try the whatever comes out with 6.45, which I think is mostly the new Manderville quest and the new variant dungeons. So I will try all those out. All right, see you. Bye-bye.